Hi everybody, Walt Fritz here from Foundations in Manual Therapy Seminars. I was teaching a private class last week in Tampa and we were doing some tongue work. Tongue work, traditionally we're doing it with, I learned it by using gauze, and I taught it for the longest time, for the last 10 years, to speech pathologists and voice professionals, etc., using sterile non-woven gauze, and it works fairly well. It is cheap. And you just kind of unfold it, you lay it over the tongue, and you grab hold with gloves, obviously, and you work the tongue. You gently engage the tongue, stretch the tongue, however you want to term it. But last year I was teaching a class in Montana, and someone said, well, you know what might be easier than the gauze is Metaport tape. So I got myself some rolls of Metaport tape, and Metaport tape is a medical grade tape. Comes in different widths. I like this 2x2, but it's sort of pre-sectioned like paper towels. And with the Metaport, what I do is you put it over the fingers you're going to use, and you don't have to deal with the gauze bunching up or moving around, that sort of thing. And I really enjoyed using this Metaport tape on using my index finger and my thumb of both hands. And then I put something out on my Facebook group that I have for people who've completed my online or my online or live voice and swallowing disorders class. I got a couple suggestions that I just had to try. One of them was for cotton finger cots. Right? The latex or non-latex finger cots are pretty common, but the cotton finger cots, I don't know, I found them on Amazon or somewhere else for really cheap, and they work really well too. Don't have to deal with the gauze folding, unfolding, that sort of thing. Don't have to deal with the adhesive of the Metaport tape, but the finger cots works really, really well, and they're dirt cheap. And then someone says, well, what I really like to use even more are disposable cotton gloves. And of course, I had to buy myself some of these, and I think I got these on Amazon, and they work really well too. This is pretty neat. I now have a whole range of options, 4 different options to use when I treat patients, as well as when I teach this work. And probably from a sort of meet me in the middle type of place, I'm going to be using the disposable finger cuts when I teach seminars. But knowing the availability of disposable cotton gloves, and you can get these through some vendors on Amazon or other places. They're pretty cheap, nowhere near as cheap as the finger cots, and Metaport tape is kind of somewhere in the middle. It's about $3 or $4 a roll, and I'm not quite sure how many pieces. Anyway, lots of options for you besides just the run-of-the-mill gauze. So I hope this is helpful for you.